What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a lopsided Super Bowl that 48. This was just lopsided from start to finish. You know, I felt like the Denver Broncos was going to come in this game. You know, Peyton Manning and this offense was going to find ways to, try to beat the Seattle Seahawks defense. But what do you know what happened? It was the total opposite. This Seattle Seahawks defense just dominated this game from start to finish. I mean, they was pressuring Peyton Manning bad. They forced Peyton Manning to turn the ball over. This team, I believe they forced 4 turnovers, and they just made Peyton Manning uncomfortable from start to finish. Nobody can really do much. Only one bright spot that happened on this game for the Denver Broncos was Demaryius Thomas. He had over 100 something yards, I believe, a Super Bowl record with 13 catches, I believe, for 113 yards. But other than that, the #1 defense came into this game, basically trying to make a point that we can stop this #1 offense. And they did that. They was hitting the receivers hard. They was making Peyton Manning do things that they just made him uncomfortable at the end of the day. And this defense, in my eyes, is probably one of the best defenses that I've seen, period. Besides the 2000 Ravens defense. That defense was just crazy also. But for this team to come in, only one player on the Seattle Seahawks who's been in the Super Bowl, the center, I believe. Nobody else had no type of experience. You have a second-year quarterback, pretty much a game manager from how people was trying to portray Russell Wilson. But Russell Wilson actually came in this game and he played pretty solid. He didn't turn the ball over. He threw for over 200 yards. He got the ball to the receivers. Even when they try to force him out the pocket, he still managed to get the ball down the field. The receivers made some great plays, especially Curse. He made a spectacular play where he broke a couple tackles to score the touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, he didn't have over 100-something yards, but, the defense stopped him. They did what they were supposed to do as far as stopping him. But towards the second half of this game, the Denver Broncos defense just looked terrible. They looked awful. They just looked terrible. Now, some people can say that the Seattle Seahawks defense won this game. Some people can say, the offense won this game. Well, let me tell you something. This defense won this game for the simple fact that they just came at Peyton Manning and this team just crazy. They pretty much just proved once again defense win championships. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you have to make stops, and they made the big stops. They didn't let Peyton Manning go crazy, even though Peyton Manning threw for over 200 yards, and he had a Super Bowl record with 34 completions, I believe. They still could not put up points. This offense could not put up points at all. They only scored 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown. I'm pretty sure people didn't think that this game was going to be like this. They probably thought that, Peyton Manning was going to come in here. This offense was going to score at least 30-something points. I said he was going to score 30-something points. And I figured the Denver Broncos defense was going to step up and play hard because, for the past couple games, they only allowed 16 points. So this game, it looked like they just had a hangover. Like they went out to go party last night and they just had a hangover because it was lopsided from start to finish, man. Like I never saw a performance this bad from an offensive team in the postseason in a long time. Last I can remember was, I believe, the Falcons versus the Giants when they only scored 2 points or something like that. But this was just awful. I don't know what's next with Peyton Manning. I don't even know if he can probably, get back to the Super Bowl, but I will say he will be back in the playoffs. This is going to sting for him, of course. And, of course, the haters are going to hate. They're going to come on him because now he's, 12-11 in the postseason? But at the end of the day, like I said before, it's not too many quarterbacks who can even make it to the Super Bowl. So to make it to the Super Bowl 3 times, and at least he has 1 championship, hey, man, great legacy to me still. I still feel he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play this game. You win some, you lose some. That's just how it is. Some of y'all say Tom Brady is better than, Peyton Manning. But let's be real. A couple of those championships, Tom Brady had one of the best defenses. But for those who don't know, Tom Brady is 8-8 in his last postseason game. So it is what it is. But, shout out, congrats to the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson and that stingy defense. That stingy defense. And, they shut up everybody, man. They was pretty much looking like the underdogs because a lot of people probably didn't think that they was going to be able to stop Peyton Manning. Well, they did. They stopped them. They did everything. You know. Now, like I said before, the Seattle Seahawks, they're here. They're going to be here for a while. It's the young guns time, and that's why I'm so prepared to see the 49ers and Seahawks battle it out for these next couple of years, because I feel like they're going to be battling out these two teams, and probably the Panthers, but I just feel like the 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks, they will be battling it out to get back to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But as of right now, ain't nobody fucking with the Seattle Seahawks defense. I thought the 49ers defense was nasty. Whew. Boy. But you know, hey man, I thought it was gonna be a great Super Bowl. It wasn't great. It was ugly from start to finish. You know, I feel sorry for Peyton Manning. I was rooting for him, and plus Champ Bailey, man. I was looking forward to Champ Bailey to getting him a Super Bowl ring, because at one point before Darrelle Revis and Richard Sherman, Champ Bailey was the best cornerback in the game. Period. For those who don't know, look up his shit. But what can you say, man? Try again next year, Peyton Manning. I think they'll bounce back. They'll be back. But as far as him getting back to the Super Bowl, I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to have to get some, they're going to get some more pieces on defense, and they're going to have to get some more pieces on offensive line, and because they couldn't really protect Peyton Manning, especially on the outside edges. They couldn't really protect him. And like I told people before, I think now the only teams who can beat the Seattle Seahawks in this defense is mobile quarterbacks. Mobile quarterbacks is going to be the only people who can, that's the only way you're going to be able to beat the Seattle Seahawks. So whether if it's not Peyton Manning, Kaepernick or Cam Newton, or RG3, mobile quarterbacks is going to beat this, this team. And just for a little stat out there for those who don't know, the last couple Super Bowls, the number one defense usually beat the number one offenses. It's like it was 4-1, but now it's 5-1 now. So what can you say, man? Defense continue to keep dominating, and hey, you guys tell me what you thought about the game, man. What do you think about Peyton Manning's legacy? Is it going to hurt him? Do you think the Seattle Seahawks can keep up this play following to next year? Can they be back-to-back champions? What? Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Check out my previous videos. Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. Deuces.
And remember, guys and girls, make sure you click the subscribe button, watch the previous videos, and like the videos.